Indian economic updates. Multinational companies with operations in India, such as liaison offices or subsidiaries, must pay taxes on income attributable to their Indian setups, even if they report global losses. This was ruled by the Delhi High Court in response to a petition by UAE-based Hyatt International, which had a permanent establishment at Hyatt Regency in Delhi. The court stated that a permanent establishment is an independent taxable entity, and India has the right to tax its profits, regardless of the MNC's global financial situation. The ruling aligns with Article 7 of tax treaties, which allows source countries to tax permanent establishments. Profits attributable to India will be determined using profit attribution and transfer pricing principles, leading to potential complex litigations for multinational companies. The ruling could also affect many ongoing and settled cases. Gold prices in India fell initially but rebounded after international prices rose by $18 per troy ounce, driven by the first US Federal Reserve interest rate cut in over 4 years. Prices climbed to 76,410 rupee per 10 grams from 73,000 rupees earlier in the day. Despite the start of the Shraddh period, considered inauspicious by many Hindus, consumers are pre-booking gold for Navratri. Traders expect prices to rise further, with demand remaining strong during the festive season. The Federal Reserve's 50 basis point rate cut, with more cuts expected in 2024, signals higher gold prices. Pre-booking has increased in the last 10 days, especially ahead of the wedding season. The international oil market has shifted over the past year, affecting India's negotiations for next year's crude purchase deals. While global demand is expected to weaken, India is witnessing growth in fuel consumption. This change will create new dynamics when Indian refiners negotiate with suppliers in December. Global oil prices have dropped by 20% over the past 5 months due to a weak demand outlook and increased US supplies. Indian refiners may leverage this to secure better terms, including credit periods and volume flexibility. Meanwhile, the government has introduced the Oilfields Regulation and Development Amendment Bill 2024, aimed at offering policy stability, international arbitration, and extended leases to oil and gas producers. India plans to impose $1.1 billion in additional tariffs on certain EU products in response to the EU's extended safeguard duties on steel imports. This move follows the EU's decision to extend these duties by 2 years until 2026, causing a $4.4 billion trade loss for India between 2018 and 2023. India has notified the WTO of its intentions and will discuss the issue in upcoming trade talks with the EU. The EU's measures include tariff rate quotas on 26 steel product categories with a 25% duty on out-of-quota imports. India's iron and steel exports to the EU rose to $6.6 billion in FY24 from $6.1 billion in FY23.